Sidechain compression. Let's get into it. So let's break it down. You probably know that compression is attenuates, I shouldn't use that word, squishes. Our compressor squishes the loudest parts of a signal and then raises the quietest parts, so you get less of a dynamic range in a signal. And that's great for specific reasons when you're mixing. I have it on my vocal track here, and you can see it's squashing the signal when it's coming up by the line coming down, and then when it gets quieter, the line comes back up. So it's reducing the dynamic range. If you're new to compression and you want to understand how that works better, we've made a great video on that and I'll link it just above me. Is that where it is? So sidechain compression, there's a signal coming through to the side of the plugin and the plugin's reacting to that signal. So in Ableton, all you really have to do, it's routed really neatly for you, is click this arrow here and click sidechain. They've made it really easy. In other DAWs, you might have to route the signal so the compressor reacts to that signal. But in Ableton, since sidechain compression is really prominent in electronic music, they've included it on a lot of their plugins. And I'll get into more of the plugins that have this later in the video. So after I click sidechain, I can actually select any of the tracks that are playing and route it to this plugin so the compressor reacts to that. So I can select, let's see, my drum rack. I have all my drums in one drum rack, but I want this compressor to just react to the kick drum. And I can do that with this EQ button here. So we know the kick drum is a bass instrument. It really drives the bass. So I can click EQ, and then I can click this high pass filter, and I can just roll off to the sub frequencies where that kick exists. I can click play, and I'll just solo the vocal channel. And I'll just crank the compressor so you can really see what's happening. So this is really extreme example, but there are the kick drum hits and the compressor's reacting to those kick drum hits here. You see the line going down, that's each kick drum hit, so it's making room for the vocals. So why use sidechain compression? You can use sidechain compression to improve your mixes, and you can do this by using it on tracks that are competing in the same frequency area with each other. For example, I have this vocal track here, and I have this synth track, and you can see here's the synth. It's kind of existing in a lot of the mids and upper mid frequencies here. And so are the vocals. And I want those vocals to really shine and not compete with the synth. So I can actually put a compressor on the synth that's going to squash it when the vocals hit. So I'll just grab my compressor, I'll put it on my synth, and I open the arrow, sidechain it to the Vox channel. So you can already see that this compressor is reacting to the vocals. Let's listen to the synth just by itself. You can hear it moving up and down, which is making space for the vocals, and it's going to really improve the mix overall, especially when I do this in different areas of the mix. So sidechaining can also be used as like a sound design trick, and you hear this a lot in heavy EDM music where they'll sidechain almost every element of the track to the kick drum, so you get that pumping effect and it sounds like woo, 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 woo. I'm just going to play it. So you hear the synths kind of ducking every time the kick drum hits, and you get this pumping effect. So compression is the most common plugin to receive the sidechain signal from, but you can also use it on other plugins as well. For example, in Ableton, you can use it on the auto filter, and it has that same arrow. You just open it up, the sidechain's there, and I've sidechained this to my drum rack, so the auto filter is reacting to the drums. I'll just solo the synth that it's on. You can hear it opening and closing really fast, and I'll just put my drums along with it just so we can hear the difference. So I can add a bit more rhythm to my other instruments with the sidechain filter, which is really cool. So that's it for this video. I hope it helps you understand sidechain. It's not that complicated. Go start using it in your music. Use it to improve your mixes or use it for sound design. I'd love to hear what you come up with, so post it in the comments. Let me know how you use sidechain, and I'll see you next time.